Shout out. We were talking about the T app. You have to be careful with apps that you use because they can be hacked. Information that you put out there. You're talking about 72,000 users having pictures now hacked and given, pretty much given out there.
So to all those people who thought they were being anonymous and making stuff, there's somebody out there who's got your personal information now.
Well, just like the good work Anonymous does. That's scary to me. That's what's like, okay, do we really put this out there? Do we want to put this out there? Do we need to put this out there? A Grand Hall at Union Station voted the best hotel restaurant for a variety of reasons. The atmosphere, the light show, and plates that are only $10 to $20, but really, really good food. So like to give them a shout out as well done this Monday morning. And what do you do? Literally, a lot of people, obviously we work and we go home, but when you have as much heat as we have in the summer and it being difficult to get out, are you getting used to it? Do you get used to it? I don't. And I don't mind that. I'm a person that doesn't mind the heat, but I don't think you do.
I think you get used to it after living in it for years, like people do in the Middle East. But yeah,
oh my God,
it's not for us, man. That's for sure.
I know some, but we're supposed to get some better temperatures by, I think it's Thursday. So Thursday, it should be a little bit better. I don't know. It's some of these things that are happening throughout St. Louis. And are people going out as much? Are you like, if you go out and do things, or are you just kind of sitting inside a little bit more than what you did before?
I'm definitely inside more.
Yeah. All right. Something else happened over the weekend. A St. Louis grandmother, her name is Miss Ida Mae Macklin. Miss Ida Mae Macklin, a grandma. She's a social media. Check her out. She won the hearts of millions of people with a viral video request to Beyonce for concert tickets. Well, she got it. She's battling dementia. And she made a bold request. We've talked about some of these stories before on Instagram for tickets to Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour, which quickly went viral with millions of views on TikTok and Instagram. That's how she's like, we need some tickets. We in hard times. I used to have a lot of money. Not anymore. Well, she made the video. It got back to Beyonce. Of course it did. The account, which initially started for sentimental reasons, now has 1.6 million views on TikTok and 7.2 million views on TikTok and Instagram. Beyonce responded to the viral plea by sending tickets to Miss Macklin, even giving her a shout out during the concert. So that's a nice deal.
So do you think if she wouldn't have got all the views, do you think Beyonce would have responded?
Well, would Beyonce even have known, though?
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you need things to go viral so people get an idea of what's happening, because sometimes you just don't know. People, they're so busy as it is, and everything's so managed by their teams.
Yeah.
You just, I don't know. You may not even find stuff. Hey, by the way, that was a nice gift. If you guys ever have charities that you want to promote, let us know. We're really big into helping any way that we possibly can. From that standpoint, in the communities, you have something, let us know. We'll promote it. And that's what we like doing. That's what this networking show is all about. Everything based and focused on St. Louis. What's happening in this area? What are the stories and or people we should be covering? We love doing that. And we just want you guys to jump in and let us know. There's also, and I know it gets up a little north, but out Lincoln County, a lot of flash flooding that people brought up today too. Flash flooding from overnight. It's just some more bizarre things that we've seen happen that we just haven't seen in some other recent times and areas.
Yeah, I had a friend who has some property up north saying that it's really swollen up there, Quiver River especially.
Did he talk about the specifics of it, why and when it happened?
No, actually, they just said that it was really. I'm sure it was after the series of storms that we had.
Mm-hmm.
This was a few days ago, so yeah.
And of course, then the water starts to come down this area, and you get some of those that happen. So, yeah. So if anybody has anything that they're dealing with there, you can let us know. Shout outs any way that people can get involved and try to help. Anything that you guys may have going on as well. We appreciate that. We'll do that too. Especially being outside. We talked about Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and the heat indexes being over 100. But then you look at, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. How about it's 83 degrees, 81 for Friday, lower humidity. Saturday, 81, low humidity. Sunday, 84.
It's going to feel like spring.
Especially after what we've had and what we've been dealing with. So big deal there. You also had the St. Charles County Fair. That was going on over the weekend. It was really hot, but they're talking about another major success. People were still going out despite the heat to the St. Charles County Fair. So good for them, good for the organizers, good for the money that they raise. And of course, people having a good time getting out and doing what they're doing. So we're here Monday through Friday. We're on X. We're on YouTube. That's where you can watch us live again. You can jump in on the chats there. You can give us a call anytime, 855-282-8255. Once again, 855-282-8255. Also, please check out our socials, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We'll probably be streaming on Facebook here, giving you guys another platform to watch us. But we also pump up. Joe does a great job getting the reels out, making sure that you get an idea of some of the hot topics from the show. Todd says Parkway School District, they start on the 18th. I was talking about when schools are starting from the area, different part. I think there's, I think at the Zumwalt start maybe August 14th, 15th, Zumwalt schools. Yeah, maybe August 18th, something like that. But check out our social medias. Once again, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You can do whatever you want to do from there. Jump in on the line, and then, of course, we'll talk from there. Okay, guys, thanks for joining us today. Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former Blue Cam Jansen and St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Jim "That Cat" Hayes coming up next. And then you can catch me at 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock today with Brendan Schaefer for the MIZ-ZOU Sports Show. That does it for us on Monday. For Projo, I'm Vic Faust. This is Art City Now. Have an awesome day. We'll catch up with you tomorrow.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount supermarket for all airline tickets. Plus, we have all the airlines and always have the best prices. American, Delta, United, plus all the specialized international airlines and a lot more. And we make it easy. We guarantee you'll talk to a live human in 60 seconds. You can have the rate you need and have your trip booked in 5 minutes. Now, how cool is that? And remember, when you're talking to us, it's like talking to every single airline available with one fast phone call. All you need to do is call and find the best prices to fly wherever it is you want to go. So are you ready? Call Low Cost Airlines right now. 800-298-0306. 800-298-0306. 800-298-0306. That's 800-298-0306.
Let's talk about your health insurance. There are a lot of reasons why people need affordable health insurance. But here's the bottom line. You know you need affordable health insurance. For you, a spouse, a family member, whatever. I'm going to give you a free hotline to call to find affordable health insurance that can cover all your health insurance needs in case you get sick or have an emergency. Plus, cover vision, dental, and more. And there are no long-term commitments. You can keep your plan as long as it's affordable. And for the price of a cup of coffee. We're not talking about one of those fancy coffees. For the price of a regular cup of coffee a day, you can have quality, affordable health insurance. Call the health insurance hotline for a free quote.
800-373-8414. 800-373-8414. 800-373-8414. That's 800-373-8414.
The Lou Information Station, 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis. News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen.
So what's his handle?
GetBC.com.
You're gonna need lawyers, right?
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done, frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn things. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jensen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yep, baby, let's go 8:02 on a Monday, hotter than the depths of hell out still. Get up and get them in. This is the Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. Cam Jansen, Jimmy the Cat Hayes, Matthew Rocchio doing our thing at Hot Take Central 2.0. You want to call in, you can, 855-282-8255. We just popped up on YouTube, waving at you guys right now. What's up, everybody? Lou Info on YouTube. Just click it, like, and subscribe. And, of course, you want to text into the show, you're more than welcome to at 314-590-3770. And I hope you guys had a good weekend, because I really didn't. You got drama. Because I didn't. That's why. I watched a crappy-ass movie, and on a Sunday when I just want to have mimosas and chill with the puppies and my lovely, lovely wife, Kate, we walked downstairs, and I got 3 inches of gosh damn water everywhere. For the first time, 6 years, my basement flooded. And if you guys know, man, that's like the worst feeling ever. It's best when you're home and you got great neighbors that come over and help with different stuff or family. I mean, it's just a pain in the ass. 3 inches of water all over the carpeting. I got to do a lot of work. A lot of stuff needs to get done. And it didn't even rain that hard, so I'm a little concerned if that's going to keep happening. And if you're a house owner, man, a homeowner like that, and you walk down, your basement flooded, you ain't in a good mood, Jimmy. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, we were going away. I think we've had two floods. Like water came from outside. Our basement isn't finished because we're not as financially wealthy as you are.
You got bookshelves.
Yeah, I do have custom bookshelves. Yeah, so we were going away and water was coming in, and we did have neighbors help us out and put fans up, and it wasn't so bad because the water went basement where it's fine, and we have like some pumps down
easier
there
to clean
like that.
And yeah, I mean, it's
but it's a pain.
It's a pain in the ass. So if anybody out there knows somebody, like, I'm going to need an HVAC guy, which is fine, but I also need to know where this is coming from. So I guess that's a different company. I don't know if they both do the same thing. Somebody else in the mix. So I was hoping Dave Green, who knows everybody, was in here today, and he's not yet. So I'm going to have to talk to him. But that's how my weekend went.
There's companies that specialize in repairing water damage.
Yeah.
They specialize. So get one of those places.
There used to be a company around St. Louis called the Crack Team, and I don't know if they're still around.
Ooh, I like that.
My parents met with them one time because oh man, Cam, the amount of times in my life
Me too.
that I dealt with a flood, the basement flooding, it's the worst thing in the world. And you get cases like this summer where it's like, it's not the bad rain that tips you over. It's just like all these rains hit and the water table gets higher and higher, and you don't know that. And then all of a sudden there's that one rain and just finally takes you over the water table.
Where was that rain?
Done.
Yes. Was it Saturday night? I saw the lightning.
It barely hit down here in the city the entire weekend. Like every time I saw a storm that was hitting, it wasn't hitting the city around where I live. So
trust me, when I get up, when I know it rains hard, man, the creek in the backyard's flooded, the golf course is flooded. That wasn't the case when I got up, except for my damn basement.
And it's scary because that's your biggest investment, your house.
Yeah.
So
our baby.
When we built our house, and granted, it was we built it, but it's a one bedroom sort of efficiency house. So it's really small. But anyway, we built it, and we had a flooding problem while it was being built, and they fixed it. Not a big deal because it was under construction. And they told me, no, you got 20 years guaranteed. They're not a water, blah, blah, blah. And so we're in it like a couple of weeks, whatever it was. And I'm going away on a road trip, and there was a big rain. I go down and just peek at the basement, water's coming out. So I called the builder, still under warranty.
Nice.
And I said, I'm going away. My family's here. We got water coming in. You promised me this wouldn't happen. And blah, blah, blah.
Oh, you were pissed.
And my wife said they had giant trucks and cranes and diggers and excavators, and they redid everything. We've been fine.
So it was the piping they messed up on. It wasn't like a crack.
They put another pipe thing in it, and then they also put 2 sump pumps down in the basement.
Oh, Lordy B. Yeah, we're going to have to see what's going to go down. But anyway, but it's funny actually that you bring that up. Remember Cole a couple years ago in the middle of the winter, and it was a horrible cold spell where it was literally 0 degrees. And Cole goes on vacation for like a week, and he's renting an apartment, and he turns the heat off to save money. And he comes home, and the pipes exploded, and it was water running everywhere throughout the whole apartment complex, freezing cold. Everybody was affected by it. You can't do that.
Trust me. Now, I used to make fun that maybe he wasn't the smartest guy in the room. Smart, but not the smartest guy in the room. But I still don't think I would have guessed that could happen in an apartment.
I agree.
Because you have other units around you, and unless they tell you, you have to keep your heat on. If you're in a unit surrounded by other units, how could you think you're going to impact?
I agree with that.
The entire structure.
It's how cold it was, I guess. So I don't know. God awful.
Matt, it's Cole here.
Do that.
I don't want to talk sports with women.
Oh,
Matt, it's Cole here.
We chirped him big time for that.
I eat food out of Cam's mystery satchel.
Yes, he does. A lot of people do.
You hear that, Kate?
Oh, I feel bad for her.
Oh, by the way, Matt Holliday, he's on this podcast I heard that's really good called Serving It Up.
Serving It Up.
With Kyle Gibson, with Lance Lynn, the great Lance Lynn, the great Matt Holliday. The latest episode's about the trade deadline stories, their personal experience with teammates being traded and stuff like. Really cool. It's a good one. Go to Jim the Cat Hayes YouTube page, watch Serving It Up, or at any of your convenient podcast retailers.
Top of the afternoon to you, Andy.
I played high school basketball.
I'm bitching Cardinals fans and homers. Yeah.
The Cardinals just announced they were having a Titanic bobblehead night.
I'd go to that, and I'd get one of those.
Tom Johnson joins us.
He's dead. Died about 4 years ago. He was my GM in Nottingham. His name was Gary. Gary died. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Anyway.
What are we talking about?
I am so confused right now.
I don't know how they got a clip of me getting interviewed in Nottingham or something like that from this guy.
Tom Johnson joins us.
Tom Johnson joins us. He died.
A wheel, if I'm anything.
That is true. Matt.
Oh, that's not good. I've never swam with Matt Whitener. I had black friends.
Ooh, Charlie, digging deep. Digging deep.
I feel like I'm going to say something racial.
Yep, that's Kate's fault. Oh, man.
When I think of the DeWitts and John Mozeliak, I think of drunken sailors.
Do you, Jimmy? Do you think of drunken sailors when you think of those?
Well, I think that was.
I love marijuana. I love marijuana.
I love marijuana.
I love marijuana. Good morning, everybody. I love marijuana.
So the good morning, everybody was actually a funny story, too, when they were at Mini of St. Louis for the car festival, the European car show, which is a big deal.
That's right.
Yeah. And Seth couldn't find a different outlet. He couldn't put two and two together. So they're already 45 minutes late. And then they finally come on air. And there was a 20-second
I'm sorry. They were 45 minutes late to getting on the air for a remote?
Yes. And it was all because of one outlet didn't work, and all he had to do was find a different outlet, and they couldn't figure it out for 45 minutes.
That's true.
You couldn't figure out that the outlet wasn't working.
There. He wasn't there.
No,
I was in Florida with my buddies watching the NHL Stanley Cup final.
I would have stabbed people.
Listen,
it was
so they weren't on
a big deal.
We were told that there was a problem with the equipment and the electronics. And it turned out David Solomon drove all the way out.
I have heard
Sully
the story
drove
now.
all the way there.
All the way out there and said, "Hey, let's try this outfit. Let's try this outlet," and everything worked. And then he left. That's all he did.
It's all he did. And then there was a pause because they didn't pot the guys up, and there was a 15-second pause, and that's when Charlie goes, "Good morning, everybody." That's what happened.
So the
funniest damn thing.
You'd rather die than eat your dog? Yes.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Jimmy. Listen. I'm sorry.
You think you could eat your dog?
I don't even want to think.
You got
about
a machete?
When your back's
Your
against
butt does
the wall,
look good in those shorts.
That was weird. That was a weird thing to say.
That's going to go in the
That's
going to go in the daily
thing to
go-to
say.
drop right there.
Your butt does look good in those shorts.
Who are you talking to?
Can you play it again? Because I'm still thinking about having to eat Stella.
Your butt does look good in those shorts.
Who are you talking to?
You.
I'm playing that.
I don't wear
daily.
shorts.
That's a new daily drop.
I don't wear shorts. I don't wear. When was the last time I wore shorts?
You're wearing pants right now?
Always, baby.
You know what I do notice, though?
I hate my legs right
when
now.
I come in and I sit down, you always look at my shorts. You always, yes, you do.
Don't turn this on me. Don't turn this because that drop landed.
Wait, who?
Just because that drop.
You don't think I'm mocking someone? Where did he go?
Rocky was talking to someone on the phone.
Let's get the mic on.
But Cardinals talking to back. It's Cardinals talking to back. Rock just answered the phone. It must be important. Who do you think that is? Who do you think that is? Is it Dave? Is it Rachel? Interesting. That's interesting.
I don't know. He just left our show.
We're breaking down the Cardinals. Big trade. Big time trade going on.
Hey, big heads.
Whoa.
Sit the heck down.
The heck's going on around here? What was that?
It's one of the 4 people that they called that I would answer during the show.
I was going to say.
Who?
It was Claiborne. He's hosting. He's in.
Wait,
he's sitting,
calls our show.
He's sitting in for Randy today on the Randy Carricker show, and he just wanted to call me to get an update.
Update on what?
What
He's
we were going to talk about.
He can't text you?
I don't think he knew.
Are you afraid of Clay?
He was unaware that I was on the air here.
Are you afraid of Clay?
No, I respect him enough that I'm going to answer his phone.
That is so great. That is so great. What do you want to talk about?
He's worked really hard for me multiple times in my career.
should
So
come on
when
and
he calls, I try to jump on the phone.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I knew he was. I knew what he was going to be asking.
You're doing a show.
Where's Randall?
You guys can survive without me. It's better without me.
What? How dare you say that?
I was just trying to
We need you, baby.
trying to have a moment with the listeners there.
We need you, baby. So where's Randall?
He is at a golf tournament today. Every once in a while, the Mondays get taken out from him because he does a lot of the charity golf tournaments.
Yes. Yeah, he does.
And so that's
does he play?
Yeah, he'll play in a lot of them too. Yeah, especially he'll especially the one that he runs or the one that he helps run is because he's on the board for Folds of Honor and they do a golf tournament. Then he also runs his own charity golf tournament and he plays in both of those as well. So yeah, he's a busy guy when it comes to these Mondays.
Those golf tournaments raise a
ton of money.
Hey,
they raise
you know what else they do, which is the main goal to raise money for good causes.
Hand out gifts.
Oh
man, dude,
I'm telling
they're
you.
on Mondays. For me, just to play in a tournament, I'm like, Dave, I got to take off Monday, and then I can't do that. So I turn that down. You know what I mean? So all those tournaments are on Mondays, which sucks because then I got the pod too and stuff like that. So I miss out on it.
When are you doing your pod? Because Andy
right
was
afterwards. We got
Randy was. Andy was in San Diego. I saw. My wife showed me some on Facebook.
What was it?
So he's back.
What was it?
He was signing a contract.
He was signing his new contract.
I don't know. My wife asked me, I said, "Wait, well,
that's what that
she
was."
thought maybe that he's like signed with like some huge new deal. I said, "I think it's FanDuel, but I don't know."
I saw that and I just liked it because anything they put, I just like to like it.
Facebook.
I saw it and I was wondering what that was. So that was his new contract that he posted.
I assume. I don't know. Unless, like, I thought he might be in a new Marvel movie. Like they signed him to play a superhero
with Pascal. What's his name? Who's gropey poo because he's got anxiety. Rock, you see that?
Strict
Rock.
Nasty is in it. Let's go get it.
How could you not?
Jeez,
I mean,
Louise.
how can you not lock him up?
Lock that up. Lock up that talent.
I mean, come on.
Lock up that talent.
So he's back from San Diego.
He's back from San Diego.
So you guys have who on your
We
podcast?
got Don Waddell, the GM of the Columbus Blue Jackets on, who have some drama that's been good. Well, a lot of drama, bad drama that's gone on in that organization over the past 5 years.
Well, let me tip my cap to you guys for your
Bitches wanna fly,
long-running
bitches wanna
podcast
flow.
that does really well.
It's not
'Cause
easy.
I'm someone who's trying, and we're doing better, but it's a grind.
It's a grind.
It's a grind.
That's why I tell everybody he wants to have a podcast. Rock knows, man. He's done 50 of these damn things.
I'm doing a show.
Trying to get these guests on. Trying to get these guests on.
Unbelievable.
Having, mixing the times, like it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's herding cats. But
Herding
we at?
cats.
Yeah, homies, where we at?
let's define our term.
Can I just song
Go play
or a strict rap song really quick? Like, give me 10 minutes. I'll be back on the show.
Okay.
I mean,
But let me say this: you have a long-running, successful podcast. Everyone has a podcast. It's not the same.
yeah, no doubt.
So tip of the cap to you guys.
Appreciate
And thank you to Dave Green again and Podcast Heat because they're helping the one I do with Holiday, Gibson, and Lynn grow.
Dave, if you're listening, I need to talk to you. I'm serious.
Not a bad.
No. Because every time I do that, I feel like because I will say that I need to talk to you. It's not a bad thing. It's more like I know you know everybody in this town when it comes to this kind of stuff.
He does.
And I need you to find me a guy. She's there by herself.
Listen,
I
As I tweeted for the podcast, I used a great phrase from one of our great presidents. Ask not what Dave Green can do for you. Ask what you can do for Dave Green. All right? 'Cause we're in this together. We're in this.
You say clip that off, by the way, what we just did. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Jimmy, that was an entertaining weekend besides the last two games. God dang.
No one.
Fighting, Contreras getting hit. John Jay and who's he going to fight? Machado.
So and John Jay said something along the lines
He's
with,
chirping.
"Excuse me, sir. Why don't you just move along to first base?" I think something like that. Pardon me, sir.
Sir.
That's
usually a comment that you regret saying after when Derek Gould asks you about it the next day and go, "Yeah, I shouldn't have said what I said."
What do you think he
Usually
said?
that's what you regret.
Move on.
I know exactly what he said.
A Miami boy. I choice words.
I know exactly what
Yeah.
he said. He basically said, in a much rougher, more aggressive tone, "Pardon me, good sir. Why not move along to first base?" Instead of, he basically said, "Blank, shut the
Blank up and get
move."
the hell over there.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, shut up and get over there. You know what I mean? He does seem kind of whiny a little bit, I guess, but they're pelting each other, man.
My favorite part of the whole thing, I mean,
What was it?
Wilson Contreras is the leader on this team. He is. And he said he hates getting hit. He was 17.
Yeah.
I mean, and he does lean in a little, not egregiously, but I could see guys wanting to come inside. But if you come inside, you got to know how to pitch. So he gets hit a lot. But what he was doing with Pavetta, the pitcher, he was glaring at him, and he realized Pavetta was getting triggered, and he knew that would take him off his game, and it did. And Wilson said, sometimes I'm playing mind games. So that day, when I interviewed Mason Wynn, it was a win on the field. I asked him about that at the end of the interview, and he basically said, "Yeah, I knew that was going to be nothing. That was Wilson just getting us fired up." And he was right. He got in Pavetta's kitchen, but then it escalated even more. We didn't, outside of John Jay saying something to Machado, which he didn't like. It's a lot of pushing and shoving.
Yeah.
And I love
the bullpen all comes. It takes them like 20 minutes to get there.
Yeah, and they're kind of like, Yeah, here we go. And I love Schulte, but he's in the mix too. He's a fiery guy.
Yeah.
But I believe Ollie could hold his own.
Ollie's jacked.
He's jacked, and
he is.
I think he
did they square off? Did they square off at all? No, they didn't even look at each other.
No, they were next to each other.
Yeah,
and there was.
I was wondering. Yeah, it was getting feisty, man.
It was.
I like it.
But the problem is the Cardinals, even if they had swept that series, probably weren't going to operate differently in terms of the trade deadline, because as John Mozeliak pointed out to me, the play has been too inconsistent since early June for that to right the ship.
Are you happy that they lost those last 2 games, Rock, so they stay course?
I'm never happy when they lose games, Cam.
Well, come on.
I think that they were going to still obviously make some moves even if they would have won those 2 games. I firmly believe that. I think I understand the thought process of standings are going to factor where we make moves.
Standings matter.
And so if that's going to be the case, and if that's going to be their thought process, it helps what I want to happen that they lost those 2 games. But I'm not happy they lost those 2 games.
Do you think there's more guys in the mix now as far as trades are concerned?
Well, I talked to Mo,
there's a lot of teams.
and I believe him. He said it would have helped the cause to operate a little bit for now while still operating for the future, which, again, was the plan if they were doing well, try to do 2 things at once. But I thought his comments made it very clear that if you're on an expiring contract, we are going to try to get something for you, which is what a lot of people wanted from the beginning, right? I don't know how much you're going to get. And a lot of things, too, depend on what the offers are. Who knows what the offers? Sometimes you're not getting enough, maybe. And then there's still an element of poker. For example, if you want to trade Helsley, right? And you have the feelers out there, and you're letting teams know this guy, is available, and the offers are slow, then what do? Well, you wait till you get right up to the deadline you tell someone, that's not enough. No, we're going to have other offers. We're going to wait this out. And then you're watching the clock, and if you don't have the offer,
desperate,
then you're stuck.
Yeah.
So there is still an element to poker.
Yeah.
To this.
I tell you what, that Brendan Donovan, though, God, he made some plays. He jumped like 4 feet.
Say, we're talking about trading. You're like, yeah, but that Brendan Donovan.
Well, they could trade him. His value's high as hell. I mean,
I know, but the thing I laugh at, and it's not my deal to break. Does Andy break trades?
Can I get a little chuckle when you say the things I laugh
at? Yeah. Does he break trades?
No, I just like
beautiful.
You could take Team A. You take any good player on any roster, and then you could say, Team A is interested. Like Brendan Donovan, you could say, hey, I'm hearing from my sources, there's a couple teams interested in Brendan Donovan. Mm-hmm. You think?
No doubt.
Of course. Because he's a guy, first of all, he hits. He's the kind of guy in the clubhouse everybody loves. And he can play a bunch of different positions really, really well.
Would you be mad if he was traded?
Depends what they got in return.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to admit something on the air here. I tweeted out, I forget what day it was. I guess yesterday. I would keep Wynn, and I still believe that. And then he booted a ball that led to a run. So I deleted it.
Oh, God.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I did. Because I didn't want the player dragged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care if they drag me. I get dragged on, or they try to drag me on Twitter a lot. That's part of the job. I just don't want the player dragged. But Mason Wynn has a bad right knee, bad back, and he's still making great plays. I know he booted the one, but if I'm a pitcher, I want Mason Wynn at short, and he's young. Okay, I know. Well, he's young with a bad back. I'm keeping that guy. That's all. I'm keeping Mason.
Damn good athlete.
Also, for someone to say in a post-game interview, yeah, I knew that was nothing. Like, that guy's a leader already. I like him. So I'm keeping Mason. Do you agree with that or no?
I do agree with that. My thing is, and we talked about this last week, and this is why I'm kind of coming around with the potential of trading Nolan Gorman, is just because you have 2 young players who have bad back, who have back injuries. And I know there's some people in St. Louis who apparently want to blame the medical staff for that fact.
Really?
Yeah, and when I made fun of the text we got when people were like, should we be questioning whether the medical staff is the issue with these back injuries? they keep happening with players over and over again. It's like the fans were like, you're so arrogant. That's a legitimate question. No, it's not. It's not a legitimate question. But thanks for playing. But I understand why you'd want to move, why you wouldn't want to go forward and say two of our most important young players to our roster both have bad backs as young players. That's a red flag. So if you can get somebody to bite on Gorman for the back injury, for the second base factor, for the left-handed bat factor, it all opens up. But the one thing I go forward, because if you're talking about projecting this team to 2026 and projecting this team to 2027, I still wonder if they want to give up on the most projectable power bat in the organization, and that's a big factor that I wonder if it's holding them back, or if it does hold them back from actually moving Gorman because there's so many things in the favor. The only two things that aren't in the favor are the value part, because you could argue that Gorman's value isn't at the highest it could be right now, although it obviously is higher than it was 2 months ago. And then the other factor being just, do you give up the one big power bat that's currently in your organization?
It's fair. I think that I don't know who I don't want to see. I want this guy traded, that guy. But if you like the guys on the roster, guys are going.
Yep.
Okay, there's no two ways around it. The question is what they're going to get in return. And I'll be honest, with the back thing, a couple times I've walked by the training room, like Gorman had a cuticle issue on his left pinky, and I saw them in the training room.
Hit him with a hammer?
They were hitting him with mallets in the back. They were pounding his back.
That's what Ray Borelli used to do.
And this is the same. Like, fans legitimately keep wanting. Are mad that we don't ask the city head coach and Lutz every time we have an interview with him, why are there so many injuries on your team and how are you not fixing this? And they're like, well, obviously the medical team's bad. And I'm like, so your assumption that I have to the premise that I have to accept is that WashU's bad at what they do, which is just a hard premise to accept sometimes when the people who are really experienced and do their job and are passionate about it, you just want me to accept they're all bad at their job and they don't know what they're doing.
Has there ever been a case like that where they did blame the medical staff and it was
I'm not saying, no, medical staffs aren't infallible, but saying there's a widespread failure of them to do their job is, you can't start your premise. I just think starting your premise without any evidence of all these people are bad at their job because they don't want to do their job and they're lazy is a ridiculous premise to just live your life at. But fans love to do it.
But there are times where players will voice opposition to going to the team's surgeon, right?
I've done that.
Tab with the Blues.
I want to go somewhere else, but that's different than guys are getting injured, so it must be the medical.
Yeah, and they're different people too.
Surgeons, like, these guys just aren't showing up and doing their job, Jim.
The surgeons aren't there day to day, but
now's the time. So yesterday was Hall of Fame day, which a lot of GMs and stuff are kind of involved in that or whatever. Today's the day it starts in earnest. We did see Fedde was traded to Atlanta. Now I was wondering about this because you said on this show, Rock, I'm pretty sure it was you. You said Fedde, if once they get rid of Fedde, they will not lose again the rest of the season. You said all the issues were related to Fedde.
Yep. I said not only is he a bad pitcher, Eric is a bad man. And that's why they've lost these games.
So McGreevy goes yesterday, gets hit around quite a bit. And look, he said he didn't have command of certain pitches. Did anyone think that McGreevy would plug right in and be a Cy Young candidate? It's going to be a process with a young pitcher. He's had a lot of success. That was his 8th big league start. What was it, 9th? Something like, I don't know, like 10 appearances, and they're like 9-2 or whatever, 8-2 in his.
Yeah.
He's had success, but there's a different thing where it's 100 degrees on the field.
Man.
Your team is flat.
Yep.
And now you're going to take the ball.
Also, I'm not going to say this is a factual thing, but like, it was interesting to me that if you look at his game logs, including his games when he went back down, after he got called up and it seemed like an obvious time for him to stay up and he got sent back down, he had 2 or 3 pretty bad starts in Memphis. And the thought process there is probably his mindset probably wasn't there because he's like, I'm a major league pitcher. Why am I doing this? But at the same time, taking 2 or 3 weeks off of being locked in is also going to affect, I think, your routine. And so then he gets up here after having some bad starts in the minors. And so it didn't surprise me at all that he couldn't find his strikeout pitch in Colorado, and then he struggles a little bit against the Padres.
His previous start was good.
It was good.
In, okay?
But I was saying he couldn't find his strikeout pitch against the Rockies, which for him, because his sweeper, I think it's his strikeout pitch.
Slider.
His slider. It's his strikeout pitch. He called it his strikeout pitch, his rollover pitch, and his double play pitch.
Yeah.
And so it just seems like if he can't get the slider locked in, he's not going to be effective that day. And that's what happened more so against San Diego, whereas the Rockies, he was able to get the slider going, but he wasn't able to get some of his other pitches going, and that's what held back his K.
Colorado, every pitcher says, I have trouble kind of locking in my command because the ball moves differently. Yesterday was just a bad one, but it's also kind of, I think, where the Cardinals are right now. I don't know. Look, they want to win. It's not like people weren't trying, but at some point there might be an exhale where you just kind of chill for a second.
Yeah, I mean, just being in the locker room, getting lit up like that, walking around, everybody's chirping you, the whole city's chirping you. It's just good to get out of there, man. That's tough. He made good money. He'll be all right. Let's see here. I would not like to see Donovan go, but if I can get a package for him and Halsey for Spencer Jones, you do it. Wombat.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to see anyone go. And here's the other thing. We've argued about this before. You can target these 3 prospects that are can't miss, and they're not can't miss. And then you blame the organization because they traded away something that was tangible for what turned out to be a pipe dream. It's not easy.
Oh, let's see.
I was going over with the PR staff top 5 prospects from each team around baseball, because my point is you could look at the top 5 prospects from each team for the last 5 years, and if there's however many, 13 on the list, how many made it? How many are ready to go? The percentage isn't high because, yes, the currency for teams is young, controllable talent. However, it's still a lottery ticket. You don't know which one is going to pay off. So
what do you think the percentage is if you have 13 top prospects
of ones that make it? I'm not talking about make it to stardom. Not superstar, but like
you consider
all-star potential. How about that?
Yeah.
Of like 13, you're going to get 1, 2. You're going to get 5 that are major league, 6 that are major league everyday type players. It's not a huge percentage. So you have to understand that. And I was having this discussion too. Like, I would like to see, look, I understand it's a new regime, but I would like to see them in the mix, get an everyday player with some cachet, if it's possible, that you have control for a while as part of the mix. Yes, get your prospects, buy your lottery tickets, but also give me a guy that can put somewhere in the middle of the order that's fun to watch with the guys that are still here, and then go from there. Because really what you have to retool, in my opinion, more than anything, is a starting rotation.
You're not going to get that guy on the market with only...
Yeah, I'm not
Newt Bar. That's my thing. Is like
I'm not. That
it makes a lot of sense.
Maybe sign some. I don't know. Like one of those guys that you can get below market value if it's out there.
If it's out there
for 3 years or whatever, maybe. So you have him around. He's under control, and you have him in your lineup just to make sure you're still competitive and good as you rebuild. That's what I'd like to see.
So here are the Cardinals' top prospects right now. J.J. Weather, number 1.
He's everybody's number 1. Weatherholt.
Leonardo Bernal.
Catchers.
Rodriguez, Jimmy Crooks.
Maybe that's where you get value at this deadline to get somebody to get some real value. Is you say, well, listen, we got these catchers, we got too many catchers. We got too many catchers, Crooks or Bernal.
What do you think you're going to get for it?
I'm saying as part of a package with where they're one of 3 prospects to get somebody's 25-year-old, 26-year-old with control. I'm saying they're going to really have. I mean, that's the one of the only places where there's value and depth inside the organization right now that you don't want to trade away, or that you can trade away, I should say. Everywhere else,
it's redundancy.
Yes,
okay, exactly. I get that, and I'm for that. But I'm just,
what are you going to get?
Those guys are not going to give you a huge haul. And by the way, Crooks, he's a great soundbite. I hope we see.
Yeah,
him, from my perspective.
But I mean, if you can put Gorman, Bernal, maybe there's a team out there that says, okay, that's a second baseman and a catcher of the future. Both of them with both good hitting and defensive metrics. That's something we can work
Gorman
with.
can also fill someone's need at third base.
That's what. Yeah, exactly.
Not just second. I mean, I think the fact that he's, to me,
Giants are desperate for a second baseman and need power.
Almost a plus second baseman. He's pretty good, right? He doesn't have the range of everyone. Got a cannon for an arm. Third base, we've seen the power potential. The back issues are a problem. He says it's not. I mean, I'm not saying it's good.
Maybe pulling back the swing helps too.
He said that he said it just tightens up every once in a while and they get an injection and it's 3 days he's back. And that's kind of what this turned out to be because he's going on a rehab and then he'll be back quickly.
3 of the Cardinals' top 5 prospects are catchers, while we currently have 4 catchers on the big league squad. Got it. Make it make sense. Wombat. That's what Rock was talking about. You could package up some of those cats.
Let's be honest, though. I don't think anyone expected Pozo to be such a valuable bat, right? I don't think anyone expected
great hair
that Herrera would tear up his hamstring where they don't want to put him back behind the plate. But yeah, they do have too many catchers. And Herrera has shown that he's a bat.
Yeah.
And he says he can play outfield.
That's another thing. Somebody was like, well, if he doesn't have the arm for catcher, why doesn't he have the arm for, how does he have the arm for the outfield? I'm like, well, you can crow hop in the outfield. You can't crow hop as a catcher. What are you talking about? This is apples and oranges, my guys. John Jay played center field. We can figure this out.
I saw Roy White play outfield for the Yankees for many years, and he might have had the worst arm I've ever seen in a major leaguer.
I mean,
first of all, if you're smart with it, you can get away with it.
Yeah. Camp under the ball, and
Herrera
get 2 steps into your catch.
Herrera hits.
Yeah,
right?
He breaks it. And that's the positional factor of not having a power hitter there in left field instead of like a Lars Nootbaar. It changes how you can build the rest of your lineup because now you don't have to you can get away with having a 20 home run 80 RBI guy in Wilson Contreras at first base instead of being like, well, you have to have a big bopper at first base. Well, if you can get away with the other spots of the lineup, it helps with the roster construction.
And what makes me sad though, Arenado, like isn't that like and
it's depressing.
Personally, he's a great dude. Like, to me, he's a pro. But it's what's that whole vibe like? They would love to trade him. He doesn't want to be traded. And I don't even know if there's a market for it now. Isn't that right? I mean, first of all, he still plays great third base, but the bat isn't what it used to be. It's got to be rough. My heart goes out to him. Now he's made a lot of money and all that.
And the Astros having success this year is just it would have been perfect for everybody involved. The Astros would have a defensive stalwart at third base. The Cardinals would have salary relief, and they would have had complete free range to play Nolan Gorman at third base from the get-go, or Brendan Donovan, or what have you. I mean, it would have been perfect for everybody involved. And now the Astros are actually successful, and
sometimes just a change in scenery changes up the trajectory of a player, right? We've seen that a million times.
Yeah. Get him in, by the way, 314-590-3770. And you can go to Lou Info on YouTube and like and subscribe, of course. Let me tell you a little something about that lovely place next door called the Kirkwood Audi Exchange in Kirkwood, I should say.
Audi.
We'll get him there.
Audi, ready to electrify your drive. Audi Kirkwood invites you to experience the all-new 2025 Audi Q6 e-tron. The future of luxury EVs is here. For a limited time, take advantage of the 2.99% APR financing for 72 months on the Q6 e-tron. That's high performance with a smart financing. Plus, explore a great selection of your Audi favorites, including the all-new 2025 Audi Q5, redesigned and ready to impress. And don't miss out. Up to $7,500 federal tax credit available on select EVs and plug-in hybrids. But hurry, this credit expires September 30th. Now's the time to plug and save. So go see Neil, my boy, and the entire crew at the Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road, or shop the entire inventory online at AudiKirkwood.com. Audi Kirkwood, expect the exceptional. Could have done better.
I could have done better.
You were great.
I could have done better.
You were great.
God.
And they're great. That place is
awesome. Yeah, it's like a nightclub too. It's really cool, man. When he puts those parties on, it's like you're like at a cool club in Vegas. It's interesting.
Remember that clause that we have kicked in? Like if we ever do a good show, Dave Green said he'll quadruple our salary.
He'll give us Audis.
He'll give us Audis.
Those things.
Those are nice.
They
rides.
are really, really nice. I'm going to see what these. I like the all blacked out ones, man. I saw one the other day cruising by. Beautiful cars. Beautiful cars. All right, we're going to go to break. We'll be back. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
In your city with Kelly and Gordon. It's the hottest happy hour in STL radio. A high-energy, high-impact weekday radio show blending relationship values, celebrity buzz, community love, and sharp business insight. This is where storytelling meets strategy. It's the pulse of the city, bringing the energy, stories, and voices of STL to life. In your city with Kelly and Gordon. Weekday afternoons at 4, only on the Lou Information Station.
It's one of baseball's fiercest rivalries, the Cubs versus the Cardinals, and the action returns to Busch Stadium the weekend of August 8th through the 10th. Feel the heat, the history, and the excitement as these two legendary teams battle it out under the summer lights. 3 big games, 2 historic teams, 1 electric atmosphere you won't want to miss. Great seats remain. Secure yours today at Cardinals.com.
This is Wilson Contreras, St. Louis Cardinals for the Lou.
Summer in St. Louis means one thing: Cardinals baseball. It's more than a game, it's an STL tradition. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd, the boom of the fireworks. It's the soundtrack to summer for Cardinals Nation. So grab your cap and glove and take your spot in the stands, because in St. Louis, baseball is more than a melody, it's our favorite song.
BlueInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. Police are investigating a hit-and-run crash. The St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department said just after midnight on Sunday, officers responded to the 9200 block of Riverview Drive. An investigation found that the woman had just exited the car and was walking west across Riverview before a dark-colored SUV hit her. The driver did not have their headlights on. Lincoln County and the city of Ellsbury have declared a state of emergency after between 6 and 9 inches of rain in a short period of time caused flooding in the city. Quentin Laws, Emergency Management Director for Lincoln County EMA, said, "We have rescued approximately 40 people since 11 o'clock last night." One of the area's largest shelters is working overtime to protect pets from the extreme heat. Care STL in downtown St. Louis has a total of 74 animals that were rescued from places where they were tied up outside in the heat, no water, and no food. The influx of animals has pushed the shelter to full capacity. If you cannot adopt, Care STL is also looking for fosters. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com, I'm Sandy Connor.
Now, BlueInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Take it easy if you have to be outside today. An extreme heat warning in effect until 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Heat index readings at about 113 possible. Will be in the upper 90s for the afternoon high. Air temperature today and sunny. Partly cloudy and about 80 for the overnight hours. Sunny, hot, and humid again on Tuesday. Will be up around 100. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
Join your fellow St. Louis City SC fans at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. All St. Louis area Hot Shots locations are proud to be a part of City on Tap, presented by Michelob Ultra, the official network bringing St. Louis City fans and ice cold beer together. Catch every exciting moment of the 2025 MLS season at Hot Shots. Since 1990, Hot Shots has championed St. Louis sports, and they're thrilled to keep the tradition alive for St. Louis City SC. Find the Hot Shots near you at hotshotsnet.com.
The future of driving is here, and it's electric. Introducing the all-new Audi Q6 e-tron, where luxury meets cutting-edge performance. And now, at Audi Kirkwood, drive one home with 2.99% financing for 72 months. Efficiency, power, and style, all in one extraordinary SUV. Visit Audi Kirkwood on Manchester Road or online at AudiKirkwood.com.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen,
the most perfectly trained athlete ever,
and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
I'm an influential and respected man.
On the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Yeah, baby, 8:45 on a Monday. Hot as hell out. This is the Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. Call in 855-282-8255. You can text in, too, at 314-590-3770. We're also on YouTube. Go to Lou Info on YouTube. Like and subscribe and chime in all you want. You're more than welcome to. I'm going to read a little bit of everything. Somebody did chime in and say, hey, Cam, you're looking skinny. Are you off the beer? No one likes a quitter. And I'm like, no, I'm off of testosterone. I was taking testosterone for a while, and I'm like, I'm kind of done with it. I don't feel too different, but I think I did lose a little bit of mass. I don't really care, you know.
Well, are you fighting every day?
No.
All right, then you probably don't need it.
Well, if you have low testosterone, it's good to have non-low testosterone.
Yeah, I'm sure there's health benefits too, but a lot of guys are doing it
to get jacked up.
Which is fine if that's your business or you're a model or something.
I get it for free. If I wouldn't do it otherwise, but they give you free tea, and I knew I was low, but now I'm off it, so I guess I did get a little skinnier. It is what it is, baby. It is what it is. And no, I'm not off the beer. Oh, man. Sometimes when you got 3 inches of water in your basement, you got to drink a little bit more, I think. An all-star bat makes you forget about the potential subpar outfield defense. Colton.
That's true. If you have a guy who's hitting, right, then you probably, I don't know. I'm thinking it's the Ozuna effect. I don't know.
Ozuna? Let's see here. I feel bad for Nato, my favorite player, but sort of mistreated by the Rockies and Cardinals front offices.
I don't know if he was mistreated.
No.
I mean, he didn't like the situation, and understandably in Colorado, he comes here. And I mean, I just, look, I'm a Cardinal fan, and I just know that they had generational talents at the corner. They made moves.
They did.
And everything seemed like it was going in the right direction. And now we're kind of in the beginning stage of a reset.
A little bit of a reset.
Which is disappointing.
Never good to publicly declare you're trading someone and then hold on to him like nothing happened. Aaron.
Are you talking about Arenado?
I guess so.
Well, because they were under the impression that Arenado would be willing to go to certain places. And I think that dynamic changed, right? So what are you supposed to do? But yeah, that if you look at the beginning of the season and what the plans were, yeah, they didn't pan out the way they were hoping.
I don't want to pick on Walker, but he looks ridiculous in right field. They really screwed him up. He has a powerless swing with little home run potential. He's hitting now a little bit since returning. Time to move on, I think, from him.
Well, first off, I think defensively, he's night and day from where he was. Yesterday, he had an unbelievable catch, right? He's getting to balls that he didn't have a chance at before. And by some of the metrics, I had to I think I mentioned this on the air. I was trying to do some to see if he was a plus defender somewhere. And one, he was. He has gotten better. And his swing, he looks totally different. He changed his approach, changed his swing. Everything's moving forward now. And yesterday, what do we see? Or the day before, hits a ball 109 miles an hour. We're seeing flashes of what he can be. Certainly, he's a lot closer now than when he was at the beginning of the year, and that's progress. Still a young guy. Am I wrong, Rock?
Yeah.
Yes, I am
I assume what you heard. No, the text I heard was about Walker, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a ridiculous take from the texter, in my opinion.
He's better. He's better defensively.
He's much better defensively. Just take what happened to him in the outfield a few years ago with a grain of salt. It wasn't his fault. They put him in a position really just not to succeed, I think. And so, yeah, don't hold that one against him. Walker's improving. He's hitting the crap out of the ball. His new stance that he worked on with the AA coaches is apparently, kind of been the missing sauce over the last year or so. And I also think that's also, I think, a good little mini example for everything we've been talking about over the last year or so with the Cardinals about how, they failed to put enough coaching into the minors. And I think Jordan Walker, maybe not being able to figure things out with the AAA coaches like Victor Scott did last year, but he goes to the AA coaches and they're the ones who kind of figure it out. This is why it's important to have a lot of different coaches in your minor league system, because the catch-all approach is never going to work with everybody. And clearly getting some, clearly that helped Jordan Walker, and credit to those coaches, credit to the organization, because he looks like he's finally got that stance figured out.
So there's a part of it too, is, the missing sauce or the secret sauce. It has to be a sauce that the player's comfortable with.
Yeah.
And they found that.
Yeah,
and it was
absolutely.
And it was the AA coach, I forget hitting coach, I forget his name, but it was also
two of them.
But it was
did.
No, there was, well, I don't care. I talked to Jordan.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, sometimes I talked to him.
saying
He mentioned one of them by name. He might have mentioned two to someone else, but the hitting coach in Springfield. But they were working in coordination with Brant Brown up here too, so it's not like out on an island.
Yeah.
So let's be honest about it. But what Jordan said is, he doesn't think about the stance. They found one that's comfortable for him, which is getting a little lower and moving the main thing is move your body toward the baseball, which is pretty simple. He was pulling off or not getting full force. And now he found a stance where he's comfortable and his body's going forward. And we're seeing the results. Sometimes you try and fail, try and fail. They found one. So that's good news.
And sorry, it was Daniel Guerrero was reporting. My apologies.
Let's see here. Hey, Rockio, how many almost goals did the city have last game?
2 or 3. That's why they lost. They couldn't capitalize on their chances, and they let Minnesota back into the game, and then they had 2 stupid penalties, and that's how you lose a game.
Is that a real stat? Almost goals?
I think people there's some people who like to make fun of the XG stat, because there's people who just
what's XG?
Are scared by math is the best thing I can explain.
What's XG?
It's expected goals. It basically takes all the shots that you generate
and
tells you how many goals based on the quality of the shots a team should have scored. And it's not, people are like, well, I care. I want real goals. I don't care about my expected goals, except for all it's telling you is it's just one way to look at it. Is your team playing well, or is your team playing like crap? And
is there an almost goal real stat?
There's not that's not a real stat. They're being facetious.
Because I was going to say, I won 17 almost Emmys.
I've had a lot of those, baby.
There's no almost goals. It's
were they trying hard?
I would.
Were they trying hard?
Expect so. There's again the people who
stopping on balls, blocking shots.
Yeah, and Berkey got. He's not a good goalkeeper when it comes to taking penalty kicks. Like if there's something in it, whether it's a mental block or something with him, he's never been good at it. He never saves them in his career. He's a bad goalie against penalty kicks. And they got 2, and both times he got beat so bad that his guess was off that he didn't even dive. And people are like, where's the effort?
That on Twitter.
Where's the effort? It's like, guys, this isn't an effort factor. And if you want to question Berkey's effort, do me a favor, do it within swinging distance of him, because I want to see that happen. Because he's the most passionate player. He is the first guy to get on anybody else in the team, and he's always working his ass off. I mean, he's so.
Why isn't he trying on penalty kicks?
And so I think people saying that it's just because
he's tired.
First off, fans aren't going to say to Berkey in person, "Why aren't you trying on penalty?" They're just angry.
You said
they're disappointed.
Rock, I saw that on Twitter, and I was like, Rock sticking up for Berkey, baby. What's up?
I'm not sticking with Berkey. I want people to think through their rationales and arguments before presenting them, because it's saying I get why you're frustrated, but you can be frustrated by a lot of other things instead of leaning into the dumbest one.
Are soccer fans more annoying than baseball fans? From what you've experienced.
Yes.
Wow. Why?
I don't know why.
What is it with them? Because I've heard the same thing. What do they do differently?
Well, here's the thing is, they specifically annoy me because I am in the midst of trying to be like, yeah, guys, it's bad, but there's still things that you can be positive about. And they all just want to go, no, it's terrible. The team doesn't spend any money. They don't love St. Louis. Why aren't there more Americans here? Like, it's just a cavalcade of ridiculous.
Why aren't there more Americans here?
I don't know.
Why don't they like St.
Why
Louis?
don't they like Americans?
I feel like they do. I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like they do like Americans. They have plenty of Americans on the team.
But isn't that the same thing baseball fans say? The DeWitts, the Wallet, this, that, Ollie, Mo.
And my thing is that there's a lot more reasoning and history to say that stuff about the Cardinals. And I don't agree with it, but I think you can find bits of history and things that have happened over the last 2 decades or decade and point out questions. This is the 3rd year City's been in existence, or I guess 4th year, because they didn't play their first year. The youth teams were playing and they were setting everything up. They've been here for 4 years.
Yeah.
So I think those specific complaints about a team that's so new are a little bit more ridiculous than the Cardinals fans' complaints, hence why I'm a little bit more annoyed. The people saying this organization's cheap when they dropped $750 million to get this whole thing started, and then they're like, why aren't they willing to shell out $12 million for the striker I want in year 3? I think there just needs to be a little bit more rationale and logic behind the complaints.
Why won't they spend $12 million on a striker?
Yeah, it's $12 million.
We want a striker.
Because they're probably still.
Cam, you were saying that this morning.
I was saying I want a gosh dang striker.
I have a feeling that they have no problem spending money on a striker, but maybe they're trying to work some of that $750 million back.
How's the attendance been?
They're still selling it out, but
that's great.
I saw a little bit more red seats. I guess a lot of people. The concession stands must have been doing great on Saturday.
I know Maggie's is doing great too.
That's if it was a sellout, the concession stands must have been constantly
don't be
busy.
a fan. You understand that if they sold the seat, it's a sold seat.
I understand that. Yes, yeah. I'm just having
some people don't.
No, yeah, it's sold seat.
That's money in their pocket already. Okay,
yeah. But the big question that, and another reason why aren't they spending $12 million? Well, I have a feeling that season ticket renewals aren't going that great right now because they've lost the last two years, and a lot of the fan season ticket deals were 3-year deals, but the big thing is that a lot of the corporate suite deals were 10-year deals with an opt-out after the 3rd year. Some of the corporate people are opting out of their suites.
I think you're missing something obvious, if I may. I'm not a soccer guy. But, I mean, Fedde got those extra starts, and if you don't think that impacted all sports fans where they stopped going to STL City games, then you're kidding yourself. The Fedde creep effect of creeping into the fan base of STL City. Fedde's starts were the reason why they're not going to spend money.
Is that weird that they're kind of up? They're dropping out these big corporate sponsors after 3-4 years.
I don't necessarily think corporate sponsors are dropping out. I think I think some of the suites. I think they're losing some of the suites because the games aren't as enticing as they were in year 1. And I think that's part. That I think all of this around City needs to be talked about with this catch that like everything happened in year 1. Everyone got excited. Now everyone's disappointed because it was so good in year 1. And so it kind of warped everyone's expectations.
And also everything has ebbs and flows.
No doubt. All right, get them in 314-590-3770. We will be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
Let's talk about your health insurance. There are a lot of reasons why people need affordable health insurance. But here's the bottom line. You know you need affordable health insurance. For you, a spouse, a family member, whatever. I'm going to give you a free hotline to call to find affordable health insurance that can cover all your health insurance needs in case you get sick or have an emergency. Plus, cover vision, dental, and more. And there are no long-term commitments. You can keep your plan as long as it's affordable and for the price of a cup of coffee. We're not talking about one of those fancy coffees. For the price of a regular cup of coffee a day, you can have quality, affordable health insurance. Call the health insurance hotline for a free quote.
800-373-8414. 800-373-8414. 800-373-8414. That's 800-373-8414. All aboard!
There's a new way to travel, and it's one of the oldest forms of transportation, travel by train. Yes, consider traveling around the United States on Amtrak. Traveling by train is a lot less of a headache than taking a plane, and you'd be surprised how many places you can go on an Amtrak, and there's no passports or IDs needed. Find out how to get where you're going as soon as tomorrow by train. Call the Amtrak Travel Hotline right now. We'll book your trip and email your tickets within minutes. Skip the drive to the airport and skip the lines. Call right now to book your Amtrak reservations. We service most of the United States.
All aboard!
Do something new. Travel by Amtrak today.
800-428-9517. 800-428-9517. 800-428-9517. That's 800-428-9517.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
Yo to the yo to the yo.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
USA Radio News. I'm John Summers. Senator John Cornyn called for a special counsel to investigate former President Barack Obama and his administration as to their handling of supposed Russian interference in the 2016 election. The Texas Republican says he believes Russia tried to interfere with the election, but no collusion took place between the Kremlin and the Trump campaign. President Trump's meeting with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer today as he continues what the White House has called a private trip to Scotland. Ahead of the meeting, Trump was asked about potential progress with regard to the Israeli-Hamas terrorist conflict.
Yeah, a ceasefire is possible, but you have to end it.
His comment comes after Israel announced a tactical pause of its military activities in Gaza so aid can reach Palestinians. President Trump announced a new trade deal with the European Union that would lower tariffs to 15%.
The president called it the biggest of all deals during a joint news conference on Sunday with European Commission head Ursula von der Leyen in Scotland.
So we have good news. We've reached a deal. It's a good deal for everybody, I believe.
Trump said the 27-member EU has agreed to purchase $750 billion worth of energy and $600 billion worth of investments in the U.S. I'm Lisa Carton.
Lawmakers across the nation continue to call for transparency regarding the Jeffrey Epstein files. In an interview with ABC's This Week, Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna says it's time for these files to come into the light.
I think at this point, though, what the American people desperately need is for all of the evidence and the files to come out so they can decide for themselves.
Officials with the FDA say Rich's ice cream may contain listeria. Over 100,000 cases are recalled in 23 states. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Business owners, are you paying high phone bills for old school systems and lousy service? StrongTel cuts your phone bills in half and turns every phone you own into a feature-rich business system. Sean Roddy, CEO of Hennings Brothers Drilling, had this to say. We've been a StrongTel customer for over 10 years. It's great. It even includes an intercom with video to our equipment yard. I can watch live from anywhere with my smartphone. I'd recommend StrongTel to anyone. Never miss a customer call again with your StrongTel business system. StrongTel is a proud iTex partner and always welcomes your iTex dollars. You'll get award-winning StrongTel service, a business-class phone system, and cut your phone bill in half. So visit strongtel.com right now. That's StrongTel, StrongTel.com.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222, 222-2222.
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get. A full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel, a delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here, and when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right, free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198.
Hey, listen to me. I'm one of the credit cards in your wallet. I'm about to explode and pop like a balloon. You're using me and my brothers way too much. Your credit cards aren't the only ones annoyed. It's your paycheck that doesn't have enough to pay everything. Save your credit cards, your paycheck, and yourself a lot of PAIN. Pain. Call the debt helpline now, not tomorrow, right now. Our experts will show you how you can cut your interest rates and your payments on your credit cards in half. Credit card companies have special assistance programs designed to help you. Make this 100% free call right now and learn how you could get out of credit card debt. Here's the number.
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569. Paid for by Zero Debt.
The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jensen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Let's go, 9:05 on a Monday. Hot Take Central 2.0 coming at you. This is the Lou Information Station live and on demand at louinfo.com. We are powered by the Audi Exchange in Kirkwood, right across the street. That lovely place right there. Go see my buddy Neil Westfall. He will take care of you if you're looking for an Audi. They are nice cars. Get them in, by the way, 314-590-3770. We're already live on YouTube at Lou Info. Go ahead and like and subscribe. You can chat in there, man. I'll read all your I don't know if you guys are chatting with each other, but I'll try to get to all that. Before or during the break, we were talking about that stud from Oakland, Matthew Rocchio, Nick Kurtz, who had like the most unbelievable baseball game ever. 6 for 6, 4 home runs. His daddy's in the stands, going crazy. I think his brother was there too. The camera was locked and loaded on them. I think he almost cried. Check this out.
Drive, deep to left. He's done it 4 times.
What a magical night for the Big Amish. Smooth as butter, baby. Turn it up.
Well, he was 5 feet away from 5 home runs, by the way.
6 for 6 with 4 home runs, 6 runs, and 8 RBIs. Arguably the greatest offensive game in regular season baseball.
Pretty good month. He's a stud, isn't he? He's a stud. Man, oh man. Always good to have a big time game like that. Has that ever happened before? Did Rock say that was? Does that ever happen, Jimmy? Remember anybody going 6 for 6?
I don't recall 6 for 6 with 4 homers.
You know, as a young kid, jeez Louise, he's like supposed to be like 6'3". Rock's on the phone again. Let's be quiet. Listen, wonder who he's talking to. Is it Hockey Bob?
No,
because Rock and Hockey Bob don't like each other.
Who's that?
At all.
That was Nathan.
What's he saying?
But it sounded a lot like an old TMA caller by the name of Douglas.
Oh yeah, does he want to go through the schedule or something?
No. He was asking if this was TMA. I was like, no, we got Jimmy the Cat, Cam Jansen. You want to go on with him? He goes, no, I'm good. Sorry, guys, I tried to get him on.
That's great, Douglas. I think I remember
a lot
him.
like him.
I think I remember.
But he said his name was Nathan.
Yeah, we're just talking about that kid, man, and his stats. What is his stat line right now? Is it what a 23-year-old?
It's absolutely insane. Yeah, 23-year-old rookie. He was 4th overall pick in last year's draft, a few spots ahead of J.J. Weatherholt. And in 243 at-bats for the Athletics this year, he has 18 doubles, 2 triples, 23 home runs, 59 RBI, and he's batting .309 with a .683 slugging percentage, which is good for 1,061 OPS and an OPS plus of 187, which means he's 87% better than the average player.
God dang. Whoa.
And he's got a great name.
He has
Nick Kurtz.
He has 75 total hits, and he has 43 extra base hits, which is just insane.
So no one else has gone 6 for 6 with 4 home runs.
So to that point, Jeff Passan tweeted out what all the biggest like single games are in baseball history. Never in baseball's 150-year history, this is Jeff Passan on Twitter, never in baseball's 150-year history has a player finished a game with at least 6 hits, 6 runs, and 8 RBIs until Nick Kurtz tonight. His 19 total bases ties Sean Green's single-game record, and Kurtz had 1 more RBI. There's a genuine argument it is the best game ever.
Damn.
And he's a Wake Forest product, and at Wake Forest he had, college baseball's a little different. He had 20-some homers every season, but his batting average was well over 300, which tells you this guy had something.
And he's called the Big Amish because he's from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which has a very high Amish population.
Yes, they do. Wow. But he's not.
No, he is not he is not himself Amish. I don't know if
then it's disrespectful.
Thank you. Thank you.
And whenever he doubles or home runs, they churn Amish butter by twirling their hands in a circular motion, which we know Cam hates.
Oh, I do. I don't like that.
You don't like that as a celebration?
Well, too bad he's not going to be there much longer.
Oh my gosh, this is insane. This was posted on July 25th, but in 19 July games up through the 25th, he had batted in just the month of July. He had batted .425 with an 1,000 slugging percentage, a 1,500 OPS with 11 home runs, 13 doubles.
Jeez Louise.
And 27 RBI. He slugged over 1,000, Jim, in a month. That's
freakish.
That's Albert Pujols stuff right there. Like that's just what it is.
Wow.
That's insane.
He could always just drop off the face of the world, though.
I'm calling them and saying,
"What's up with you?
Where you at with Fermin? And maybe we can."
Listen, we got this Prieto guy, and there's not a lot of tread on the tires is the big thing with him. You can really put together a package here. How about this? Jimmy Crooks and Leo Bernal. Everyone wants catchers these days.
Crazy.
No, you guys got rid of Sean Murphy. Now you got 2 darts for the board. He's what we like to call in the business, like with Brent Rooker, a Las Vegas A. You ain't getting him. You ain't getting him.
So when is that? Was that 2 years?
Yeah, they got this year and the next year in Sacramento, and then they
doesn't hold that many people.
Las Vegas. No, it does not.
It's like 35,000.
It's a minor league ballpark.
Yeah, interesting. Do you guys see Sam Horn signs with the Dodgers and will remain QB for the Tigers?
Yeah, nice, cool. I mean, what $100,000, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but like, what a cool story! Like that just shows like you're a damn good athlete, man. And I looked it up if you could still play 2 different sports at the same time, and you can, which is really odd to me. Do you think we'll ever see that again?
Dion did it.
Dion, Bo, not
Brian Jordan.
Brian Jordan. Will we see that ever again? Because
yes.
You think so?
You know who else did it? Then no one. Well, I don't know if he did at the same time. Danny Ainge, Boston Celtics guard,
and Toronto Blue Jays second baseman outfielder.
Yeah, and also a scratch golfer.
And
that's a trifecta.
Ainge did it while like Brian Jordan, huge. Deion Sanders, Danny Ainge did it while looking like an accountant.
Yeah,
which is the most impressive part about it all.
Really?
Like he legitimately looked like he would have been your accountant, like your travel agent.
Just a damn good athlete.
Just a damn good athlete. Damn good GM.
And if you recall, John Elway didn't like where he was going to go in the draft, so he signed with the Yankees to be an outfielder.
And all that stuff. I mean, everyone talks about the big one here in St. Louis is that everyone says that Mike Shannon could have been like a Heisman Trophy level quarterback had he played football.
Really? How tall was he?
Shannon was 6'4",
6'4",
big
6'5",
6'5". Yeah, he was
big boy,
big dude.
God, dang.
And
so we'll see that. You think we'll see that in the next 10 years?
We never thought we were going to see a Shohei Ohtani, and yet we have him now. And so we have a 2-way player in baseball, which had been a lot longer than the '90s since we'd seen one of those. So yeah, I think realistically, with the way that you train athletes nowadays, it could definitely happen. I mean,
I tell you what, though, if you're a NFL team and you commit a lot of time and effort and drafts and money, and now this kid's playing baseball too, like You going to let that happen? I don't know.
Well, the Seahawks let Russell Wilson go to training camp a couple times, didn't they, Jim?
Yep.
And he was the second baseman prospect for the Rangers, I want to say, or the Mariners.
Interesting.
He might have switched. They might have traded his rights once he was playing football in Seattle.
I would think that you would find an athlete. I don't know if you could do it.
That's the tricky part. You gotta. I think the trickiest part is when you think about it is that it has to be for the same city.
Yeah, it's really complex. I mean,
and that's the tricky part is like one of these sports has to be like okay with acquiescing to like making a trade for a player only because they play for a different sport already in their city. Like,
see, I think
Dion doesn't work if he's not playing for the Falcons. I mean, or / Braves. Like, it doesn't work if he's playing for the Cowboys at the time.
I would
go play for the Falcons.
I would think that you would. I would think that you would see maybe.
I guess Bo did.
Baseball player. I don't know how you could do it.
But football and baseball.
Or somebody do golf and another sport.
Yeah, I guess Bo didn't do it. He was in Kansas City and Oakland, LA.
Speaking of Dion, did he step away from Colorado?
He's supposed to have a press conference with his medical team today. So kind of seems like when you hear that announcement, writing does kind of seem on the wall a little bit, unfortunately. Like unless it's just he wants his team there to make the announcement that he's staying and why it's okay that he's staying. I don't know.
It's weird.
I don't know. It's weird.
Did you hear that Andy Byron's going to sue Coldplay?
What a loser.
No doubt.
Is that true?
Like, I saw. No.
I'm asking. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is true because I was thinking this,
what?
I don't know. Idiot. What an idiot. Jeez Louise. Yeah, they showed Messi and his girl on the thing in a Coldplay concert. Just funny. That guy, what a disaster.
And I hear people saying, "What's the big deal?" Well, there's kids. You know, like,
I know they're a little bit older, but like
your kids got to deal with.
You're the CEO of a big company, and then that's how you react. You're bringing her into a concert.
And
with people,
this is
people that work with you, you stupid ass.
This is what man babies do. They can't take responsibility for their mistakes, and so they say, "I'm going to sue you."
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you have to litigate. No offense.
You chirping Jimmy a little bit?
No, I did want to ask Jimmy if the basement does have like a sign somewhere that just goes, "Upgrade coming next time Jim gets fired" or something along those lines.
What do I get? Last time I got
a bathroom.
I got a bathroom.
So you just got to play it so that you get the basement checked out while still having
Someone
a job
asked
somehow.
me about that. I've had, and that wasn't even a true litigation.
That was more of a well played.
Well, because
chess
so
piece.
Back with the big league broadcasting when they overpaid, they paid $11 million for this station.
What year was that?
Hat tip Greg Maris, greatest business deal in St. Louis.
And he got a deal where he was like making six figures to be a consultant. So they were overextended. So when they wanted to whack me, I had an offer sheet in place, the second year of an offer sheet, and legally an offer sheet becomes a binding contract once it's in place. So I just told them that, and they were like, no, you're wrong. And so I had to get a lawyer to write up a letter saying, no, this is the situation. And they immediately paid me because they knew they had to. So that wasn't litigation. The house was litigation. So that's 25 years in St. Louis. That's hardly litigious, is it?
No, it's
You're
not.
like, yeah.
How many?
No.
That means how many lawsuits is that?
Well, the first one was never filed.
Okay,
so two and 25.
So two filed, one threatened.
No, one filed.
Okay,
one
filed.
real, one threatened.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not bad.
My parents
Sorry, you got to stand up for yourself.
My brother pushed me, and I went through and took out a glass wall when I was a kid. That's why I got a bunch of huge scars on my legs. And my parents should have been more litigious, and they weren't. And it's
wait, what do you mean though?
Because they
sue your brother?
No. The glass that you use for those walls is supposed to be at a level where it can't break with like the weight of what I was as a 9-year-old child. And so they didn't put up the right kind of glass that you're supposed to use for big giant walls. They didn't put up the right kind of glass.
Like behind you?
Yes. They didn't put up the right kind of glass. And so I shouldn't have been able to break through it. And so and so it shouldn't have been
So the
used.
company,
There was a safety issue there. And apparently multiple people, like they had multiple issues with people with things breaking these window panes. And They didn't jump on that.
I tell you
I
what,
think we should have.
Well, to me, it was different. I had done nothing to. I had to defend. It's not like
the monstrosity.
It's not like I shoved someone or someone shoved me. It was just there. So I had to do something that was something illegal, that was clearly illegal.
I'll tell you this right now. The amount of times my dad could have got sued, or we could have sued as a family, like our neighbors and stuff living way out there.
You never do that stuff.
It's unbelievable. Like my dad had us in the back of a pickup truck one time when we were kids with our neighbor buddies. As kids, and going through different things. The kid hit his forehead, 35 stitches, just stuff like that, like jumping off things in the backyard, doing crazy.
There's one of these days I need to find a way to apologize.
Me beating up the neighbor kid.
I went to the hospital 3 times before, from the ages of 5 to 9 for huge gaping wounds that had to be stitched up.
Yeah, dude.
And so
firework wars.
My brother broke his arm a bunch of times. I had gaping wounds multiple times. My sister was an angel. Bust her chin like on the fence when she was 3. Never
so many things to where if you did that any other time or a different place, like he would have got rocked so bad.
Lou Info says, please move on from the subject of Jim suing media companies. Thank you. That's from management in the chat.
Oh, that's great. I did see Happy Gilmore too. Remember I came on here and told everybody it's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, you're a big fan.
It was terrible.
Oh, okay.
Was it terrible?
It was terrible. I laughed twice.
What did Andy think of it, though? I heard he released a review.
Did he say it was great, probably? Did he say it was great? Because it's terrible.
I didn't say it.
It was. Everything about it. They forced everything. And what do you expect? What do you expect? I got a little excited because of some of the Shooter McGavin stuff because I thought they were going to. It just was dumb, especially the ending. I know the first one where he hits it through the thing. It was so much better. The woman that everybody wanted to see, who he married, dies in the first 3 seconds. She looks better than anybody in the all these different cameos.
Julie Bowen.
She looked beautiful. She aged great, and she was cool as hell. And she dies off the bat. And we're all like, whoa. And then it kind of goes from there. And then the cameo part with like Eminem, stupid. Everybody had a cameo. A couple of guys that were there that followed him around. They got a lot of camera time. Were terrible. I don't know. I just was like, and I was in the right state of mind. The flood didn't happen yet. I got my mind right. We had pizzas from Jet's Pizza. Jet's Pizza. I'm drinking soda. I'm in a damn good mood. The dogs are chilling. I was ready for this. It was bad, but I should know better. I should know. But Jet's Pizza, God, is it good? Thick.
What was the remake they did with Nelly of the Burt Reynolds movie?
The Longest Yard.
The Longest Yard. That was terrible. Like I
never saw that.
The original Longest Yard was great. The second, sometimes you remake a comedy, it's not good.
Especially that's one of the best comedies ever. It's tough to do. I get why they did it. I mean, they're going to make a ton of money off that. I think he got paid $245 million. He's got his 2 daughters in there. The one daughter, I'm looking at her, and then there's his other daughters when he was at a meeting for AA meeting, whatever it is. And I'm like, is that the same girl? Because they're like twins. They look exactly alike. So that was confusing. It just.
Listen,
I don't know.
Adam Sandler has boatloads of money.
Billions.
And he gives a lot away.
He's
I
cool.
just read some about it. And you see the way
he's cool.
You always see him walking with a cup of coffee in New York City. He's
dressed normal.
Not
Talks to
normal.
everybody.
Dressed horrendously.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I
like
mean?
A bum.
Like a bum.
Long shorts.
Dan Patrick just talked about this
like a bum, but he gives his money away.
On PMT that he called Adam Sandler and he was like, hey, let's get dinner in New York at this really nice restaurant. And Adam Sandler, who he calls Sandman the entire time, is like, yeah, I'm just going to play some basketball beforehand, Dan. And Dan Patrick's immediately like, God, I know exactly what's going to happen. So Dan Patrick's sitting down at this restaurant that has a dress code, and Adam Sandler walks in sweating, still in long shorts and a T-shirt, in a baggy polo shirt, and just walks in, and no one at the restaurant says a single word.
And you should.
He sits right down next to Dan Patrick, and they have dinner, and Dan Patrick's just sitting there like, I hate everything about you sometimes, but I love that we're gonna have dinner together. But he's like, he travels. He has a terrible shot, but it goes in. He's like breaking down his basketball game. He goes, and you go to dinner afterwards, he's gonna be sweaty and he's gonna be wearing exactly what he was wearing when he plays.
Well, I do think
no
that's
one's
gross.
gonna say a word to him about it.
I do think that's gross.
Adam Sandler is just incredible.
I do think that part's gross. Shower up. Don't be a Hoosier. I get going in there with sweatpants because you're him. I get all that, whatever the case is. But
shorts,
don't be stanking. Okay. Don't be stinking. Gino goes, did you just say Happy Gilmore was one of the best comedies ever? Yeah, it's one of them.
I think I saw it. I thought it was okay.
He had a couple movies that were probably ranked in the top whatever and best comedies ever for sure. Let's see here. Instead of suing a glass company, Rock, maybe your parents should have whipped some ass. I think Matt Rocchio, was probably a pretty disciplined kid for the most part. Right? I mean, your parents were very, very strict, as we all know.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm not the one saying it. I've been told by multiple people that there were multiple incidents there and that they were under some litigation because they weren't using the right glass. I shouldn't have gone through the window. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. We've all done that crazy stuff.
I could have died.
You could have died.
Maybe if they had done a better job raising you where your brother doesn't shove you through the window.
Okay, fine.
Jimmy, I was thinking
everyone out there,
Yeah.
maybe if you raise two boys 2 years apart that never shove each other, okay, sure.
Maybe if
Did you get enough attention? Did you get enough
Ladies
attention?
and gentlemen, pipe dream.
Maybe if you had been a better kid,
I wasn't.
maybe the world would be better.
I was a ratty little S.
You wouldn't have those scars in your legs.
They are pretty badass though, and my legs still look
You
fantastic.
wouldn't be spitting out these ridiculous takes on YouTube.
He ruined my modeling career just from the waist down.
What are you going to say today? What's the headline? You and Claves. What's the headline?
I'm not going to say anything.
What's the headline?
I'm just going to throw out a bunch of, we're going to talk about McGreevy's start. We're going to talk about Jordan Walker looking better and the changes he made. We'll talk a little bit about what we talked about today with the changes he made in the minor leagues. We'll talk about a lot of stuff we talked about today with me and the Cat because, a lot of the conversations around the Cardinals are, the pinhole is kind of narrowing. And so it's, do you trade this guy? Does the deal here make sense? What teams would be interested in Helsley? What team can give you the best response?
Pinhole is huge, kind of stuff. If you ask me. Who knows what they're going to do? They could do a million different things.
I didn't say it was a small pinhole. I said it's narrowing from what it was a week ago.
All right.
Would you disagree with that statement?
No, because I think a week ago, you don't know that everything's on the table. Now it is, right? They might have been trying to, we'll get a guy for this year too that might stick around for next year. I think now we got a yard sale.
I hope there's some action. Let's see here. That's a nice shirt from a non-sponsor, Cam. Your hat doesn't have to match your shirt all the time. They're a sponsor. And these guys are a sponsor, too, that made this hat. Sit your ass down, will you, Gino? What the hell's wrong with him?
Also, you're gonna come after him for matching the hat and the shirt?
Why would I?
It's a great look. Always match the hat and the shirt. It's a great look.
You love the
Get on with yourself. Sorry, I'm balding.
Gino bats like...
God dang it.
Gino bats
What's
so
wrong
far
with him?
below the Mendoza line on the chart.
I know he's been listening since
bats like 100.
Since day one with TJ and I. And he does, he supports the show, but sometimes you need to smack him around a little bit. You better calm down.
You love the Pirates, though. You wanted to wear Pirates colors.
Like Cole?
Yeah.
Kate actually got this together for me.
She laid out your clothes?
Those are Missouri Tigers.
Because I have another set of clothes I got to wear.
Those are Missouri Tiger colors, please.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. I can't wait for football season. Let's go.
Swear to God, Jim.
Man.
College football, come on.
Scooter Garnett.
There yet.
Lock in.
It's not yet.
Oh, yes. No. College football started yesterday.
Who played?
No one played. They afforded the camp, baby.
I agree with you.
Football
camps are boring as hell. I mean, they are. It's like, isn't it, they miss passing around, they're stretching a little bit.
You know what I do miss? Like finding the latest things, like by covering NFL. Like when I covered the Chiefs for one season. I forget maybe it was Gunther Cunningham. I forget who the coach was. But anyway, the PR, like a camera guy would kneel if it was like really hot. And they didn't like that. So you had to stand.
Oh.
Like the media had to stand because the players had to stand.
Oh.
That's crazy.
I think there might have been some of that at Rams,
my
too.
Entire undercarriage.
What's that? What's that?
Say it again.
Taste my entire undercarriage. No way.
No, then you had to leave.
Lord, I would have left. Get out of here. That's insane. The cameraman's got to be standing. Dude's got to be doing his job the entire time.
That's got awful.
With like how many, especially, what year was this?
Met 20-something years ago.
So how much heavier was the camera back then, too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good Lord. That's I'm not saying the journalist, yeah, fine. If I just got a backpack on, I'm not going to be mad if you're telling me to stand. But if you look at my camera person and go, he has to stand the entire time. I'm going to look at you and go, he's got 80 pounds on his shoulder. He's going to kneel when he needs to.
His back's going to go out.
Off. I hate that stuff. God.
Scooter Gannett or Jeanette.
What about him?
Had a similar game versus the Cardinals in 2017.
4 for 4.
Yeah. 4 homers, right?
Yeah.
But no
Not
else.
not the extra 6 for 6.
Yeah,
6 for 6 makes it special.
He
Don't get me wrong.
It's unbelievable.
He was like 5 feet away from having 5 home runs. What a stud!
That would have been insane. I
Let's
can't
see.
imagine a guy going 6 for 6 with 5 home runs. I know that would just be.
That's a good month. No, seriously, it's a good month.
It's a good month. Nolan Gorman would kill for that month.
So Gorman supposedly he said he's going out for rehab Tuesday.
Yep.
And he said the back is fine. It's just something that takes a few days. Newt, Ali said will go out Tuesday or Wednesday. Now it seems kind of like, it doesn't really matter, but it does matter. And we'll see what trade could come at any time. We already saw Fedde deal.
Yeah.
So Scotty Scheffler jokes were actually pretty funny. Somebody was talking about, the cameos from the golfers were actually pretty good.
I liked. I was kind of happy because I saw a couple of the guys from Please Don't Destroy on SNL.
There was a ton of people. Like if you go through it all,
and the Please Don't Destroy are the 3 young guys on SNL who do like the digital shorts a lot together.
Yeah.
And they were in some of the earlier scenes, and I was like, oh, that's pretty fun because those guys are pretty much instant offense in my opinion. I'm kind of disappointed that you said it's bad.
It's not that good.
I was going to sit down and watch this week.
I'm weird with stuff now. I think I'm getting a curmudgeon. Is that what it's called?
But Andy liking it a lot and also hating Letterkenny tells me it's going to be bad.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, I finally finished producing my
play that
my
Andy thing,
my Strickland rap song. Yes, here we go. It's about a minute long.
Test 1 2 1 2 microphone check 1 2. Where we at, homies? Where we at? Where my people at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we going? Where we from? Where we headed? Where we going?
Doing these things.
Run it back. Let's go. Test 1 2 1 2. Where we at? Where we at? Let's go. All right, here we go. 1 2 1 2 microphone check 1 2. My shots are warm. I'm doing a show. I'm about to swarm. Strict Nasty is in it. Let's go get it. Oh yeah, baby. Don't you know me now? People look at me and they say, "What's up? Where we at, homies? Where we at?" Hey, where we going? Girls coming, girls are swarming. Bitches wanna fly, bitches wanna flow. He's so friendly because he's sitting with the cup.
There's a good
What's he sipping in there? Is it moonshine?
That didn't rhyme.
I love that.
That didn't rhyme.
I don't know why we have 12 different drops of him rapping, but
I guess we record his mic check.
I'm going to.
Nate did.
I'm going to save this.
Nate did it because Nate was in there when Andy would come in and record, and Nate would go in there and record for him.
Oh yeah, he would leave our show.
Yeah,
to go because
he
was getting paid on the side by Strick.
You think Strick was paying? I think Strick was forcing him to do it.
Oh.
He ain't paying anybody on the side.
Let's face it. We are the show where our own staffers don't.
You're
care.
right.
Our guy
Nate got up and left. I remember that.
And
multiple
taking phone calls from Flames.
Good God. The heck is going on?
Our staffers treat us like we're on the pay no mind list.
Holy cow. Oh, let's see here. See, thanks, Big Dog. See, science always chimes in. Morning, Big Dog. Gino needs to relax. The black and gold is strong. You're damn right. Appreciate that, Big Dog. He's in Vegas right now doing this thing. That's what he's doing. All right, let's go to break and regroup and come back. We'll be back. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the west.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
It's one of baseball's fiercest rivalries, the Cubs versus the Cardinals, and the action returns to Busch Stadium the weekend of August 8th through the 10th. Feel the heat, the history, and the excitement as these two legendary teams battle it out under the summer lights. 3 big games, 2 historic teams, one electric atmosphere you won't want to miss. Great seats remain. Secure yours today at Cardinals.com.
This is Wilson Contreras, San Luis Cardinals, for the Loop.
Summer in St. Louis means one thing: Cardinals baseball. It's more than a game, it's an STL tradition. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd, the boom of the fireworks. It's the soundtrack to summer for Cardinals Nation. So grab your cap and glove and take your spot in the stands, because in St. Louis, baseball is more than a melody, it's our favorite song.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. Police are investigating a hit-and-run crash. The St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department said just after midnight on Sunday, officers responded to the 9200 block of Riverview Drive. An investigation found that the woman had just exited the car and was walking west across Riverview before a dark-colored SUV hit her. The driver did not have their headlights on. Lincoln County and the city of Ellsbury have declared a state of emergency after between 6 and 9 inches of rain in a short period of time caused flooding in the city. Quentin Laws, Emergency Management Director for Lincoln County EMA, said, "We have rescued approximately 40 people since 11 o'clock last night." One of the area's largest shelters is working overtime to protect pets from the extreme heat. Care STL in downtown St. Louis has a total of 74 animals that were rescued from places where they were tied up outside in the heat, no water, and no food. The influx of animals has pushed the shelter to full capacity. If you cannot adopt, Care STL is also looking for fosters. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com, I'm Sandy Connor.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Take it easy if you have to be outside today. An extreme heat warning in effect until 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Heat index readings at about 113 possible. We'll be in the upper 90s for the afternoon high air temperature today, and sunny. Partly cloudy and about 80 for the overnight hours. Sunny, hot, and humid again on Tuesday. We'll be up around 100. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
Fenton Bar and Grill, home of the best trash wings in the St. Louis area and the best servers in town. Fenton Bar and Grill is located on Rudder Road in Fenton, just minutes away from the soccer park. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., so anytime is a good time to enjoy Fenton Bar and Grill. While you're there, say hi to Chuck, the 2024 Maitre D' of the Year, and know you'll always be around people that love sports. It's a guaranteed great time at Fenton Bar and Grill. Learn more at FentonBarandGrill.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your marketing budget is just warming the bench? Well, then it's time to get in the game with EyeSight Media. We don't just put your brand near the action, we put you in the action. Imagine this, your company front and center, showcased in NCAA and pro stadiums and arenas nationwide. If you're ready to elevate your brand to MVP status, don't miss this shot. Visit EyeSightMediaGroup.com today to apply for an in-arena partnership. That's EyeSightMediaGroup.com.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
These two men here, are they with you?
On the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
Yeah, baby, 9:36 on a Monday. This is a Lou Information Station, live and on demand at LouInfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0, powered by the Audi Exchange in Kirkwood, right across the street.
I like the Battlehawks. I think that's cool.
I mean, you know, I like Anthony Becht. I appreciate. I'm not into it. I'm not into it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
You were
lying,
Walter Cronkite Kilcoin.
I'm not gonna lie.
You were lying about it from day one when you pretended you liked.
What did I?
The WNBA should be in St. Louis.
Oh man, the WNBA should be in St. Louis. They're expanding.
They're expanding.
Listen, the value of the franchises has gone up.
Yeah.
So that means that they're doing well.
Well, they're getting a lot of attention. They're getting a lot of attention. We're just talking. I heard Vic Foss talk about how Ameren's jacking up the prices. I don't know if anybody else is affected by that.
Why are they doing that?
Because they know you're desperate.
The electricity got more costly to produce?
What's that? Because the guys on ChatGPT?
Did everything get more costly to produce? Why are they raising the prices? I'm confused.
I don't know. I heard him say that, and he said that Ameren's jacking up prices. Don't know.
I just know everything is more expensive. I saw some on the Twitter tweets that looked legit because it seemed right to me. They were holding up a Jimmy John sandwich with like no meat in it because they don't put a ton of meat on it.
No, they don't.
And I think they said that was $14, and the same sandwich they looked up the prices was like $4.99 a few years ago. Everything is more expensive.
COVID really had a big part in that, and it never kind of went down. I think
because think of it, if you're running a business and you're like, yeah, COVID, everything is going to be more expensive. Just bear with us.
Yeah,
and then people are paying it, and you're like, they're paying it.
They're paying. I know they're still here. Oh, they're coming back. I know. We'll just keep it the same. You know what I mean? God dang.
But I mean, taxes, property taxes, insurance. I found out over the weekend that AAA, which is a huge,
gigantic,
right?
Yeah,
we've bundled. Now we don't bundle like that Flow from Progressive wants you to, but we, over the years, put them together thinking it'd be easier. And I just wanted to check on. We couldn't find one of the bills, so I'm looking up. AAA in Missouri is closed. So you call, like you Google customer service, you call, you're on hold, can't find your number. Then you get someone, they go, oh, we can't find your number because you're in Missouri. Yeah, I know. I just Googled AAA customer service. I didn't know you weren't like a one big company, you had little pieces. Oh, we do. Let me check on this for you. No, Missouri's closed. You have to wait.
Just
till
closed.
Monday. Closed.
Jeez Louise.
Now,
You'll be fine.
I assume if you had a claim, you could find somebody. But this was checking with customer service. So I'll do it today.
God almighty. It is
closed.
ridiculous.
Missouri,
So much.
that's a AAA person said that to me. Missouri is closed.
Gino said Ameren made a bunch of improvements to their plants. They're trying to make us pay for it. I don't know.
Shouldn't the improvements to the plant make them more efficient? Or what is it like?
Please.
I gotta pay for it now, and then I get some savings later, or
no, please.
You're a private company. Why am I having to pay for your? Because you're an utility, so I have to. You have a monopoly, but you're a private company, so why do I have to pay for your? Interesting.
Remember when they created ATMs and they said this is going to lower the cost of banking, right? That's what they said.
Yeah.
No, this is for everyone because it's going to give you convenience and lower the.
There's like $12.
And now you're getting a fee for using it.
You got to go to your own bank. You know, sometimes your bank's not right there when you need cash out. It is what it is.
My bank. I bank with a smaller bank, and they had like a thing where I could use another big bank's ATMs. And they just got rid of it. And I was like, wait, it's a huge convenience factor. I was literally just trying. I was like, oh, I can always get cash at this ATM. And I went, and it's like, no, you need to pay a $350 fee. I'm like, no, I don't. This is
I think
one of those ATMs.
Which is the banking capital in America? Isn't there like Ohio or Delaware's credit card companies? I think Ohio might be a lot.
Ohio.
But I drive just around my area here, and I
50
see
banks.
Banks, and
they're all everywhere.
I've never
There's
heard
nobody
of some of them.
in some of them.
Like Nick's Bank.
Yes.
Nick.
Yes.
Who's Nick?
Don't know. There's one.
I mean, unless they want to sponsor.
There's another
we
one.
would love
Exactly.
Nick's Bank.
Charlotte has both Bank of America and Trust Financial, which is they're the only city that has two of the top 10 financial groups outside of New York City. So I'm not sure if there's.
But
anytime I see construction going, I'm like, ooh, cool. What's that going to be? Hopefully, like a nice restaurant with a sports bar. No, it's another bank next to a bank.
And then you go into a bank,
and there's no one in there.
There's no one in there.
What is that all about?
What are we doing? I need
I drive by this
line.
Not one person. Never seen one person.
Explain that to me.
Why are there so many banks? It's not like it's the 80s in Miami, and we know why. With all that drug money coming in, where there was banks everywhere.
Laundering operation.
I mean, there's nobody in these things. It's really interesting. God.
And there's more and more. Literally, there's a new bank being built next to 2 other banks.
I don't know. I don't get it. My Ameren bill was more than double last month. Oh, God. Cam, how about Spire and their new efficiency meters? In 1 month, you pay $70 bill, and the next month, your bill is $140. Efficient is that people are complaining all over the place.
And Spire is gas?
Yeah. Spire.
And then you have
I see their truck everywhere.
Then you have the Metro Sewer District where you're paying more to clean your water than you paid for the water.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. Wait, so you're telling me you guys clean the water. So the water is a runoff of my water, which I paid for, and the bill I get is for more than the actual water cost me.
Yes.
We're in the wrong business.
Man, I know. We're in the wrong business, no doubt. Governor Kehoe signed a bill in April that enabled Ameren to raise their rates. Thank you, Republicans. That's god awful. You know, I don't know. Banks, car washes, and apartment complexes, they are everywhere.
Apartment complexes are fine. People
Those
live
make
there.
sense, and they're also a pretty efficient usage of space, considering you
Not in Vancouver.
What do you mean?
They're from China. China's buying them all,
yeah.
and they're all empty.
Well, yeah, that's a big problem in a lot of larger metros, even in America.
I'm just saying.
It's not a problem in St. Louis
or Wildwood. I do see a lot of apartment complex. Actually, old folks, elderly homes. I see a lot of that.
That's good.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law
I see those built up everywhere.
Assisted living, nice place. It was really nice. And it was like, if she needed help, it was there. But otherwise, she could live on her own. That's a great place.
Yeah. I do see stuff that went abandoned getting built back up now. New restaurants getting popped up here and there. More fast food places jumping around here and there. I think they're getting another fast food place right on Manchester out in Wildwood. There's more construction to the other side. They've turned down this and building stuff. So I see it. I see stuff getting built up. It was a dead zone for about 2 years there. Dead zone.
Well, generally, if you see more construction, that's a sign that the economy is doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, the stock market is doing well. I know there are other indicators that aren't great. Hopefully, we stay out of wars, because that's bad for the economy.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's been pretty good.
Sometimes it was great.
Sometimes it's been extremely crucial.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Like if the economy lags, we go right into Canada.
I think, yeah,
because we can win that quick.
Let's get them.
You know,
they're all right there.
Go right in.
They all live 100 miles from the American border.
The issue is also the last time wars helped the economy. Like we didn't already.
It was a long time.
We didn't already have the biggest, baddest military, and one of the biggest issues is we never stop having undeniably the biggest, baddest military. We're always just pushing as much money as we can.
What's the biggest thing that pissed you off the most going on right now, Rockio?
None of the St. Louis teams are winning.
No. I'm saying like around the world.
Oh, I'm far too selfish to be thinking about that.
Okay. Nothing bugs you at all besides sports teams? I'm just asking.
The Cardinals and everybody aren't winning. That's what's really got my goat right now.
You don't pay attention to anything else?
I'm really not tapped into politics right now. I'm sorry.
I believe he is. He just doesn't want to say it.
Little Charlie in him.
I want inflation down.
Yeah.
Now, supposedly it is low comparatively. Let's not forget it was at 9-point-something%, which is crazy. Let's start seeing it come down a little bit.
A little bit. Come down a little. We got a line change going on right now. Look at Eli.
We're about to here in a moment.
Oh, look at that. I love it. Here's the hockey line change.
Do you feel more pressure being with Claves and Carricker? Because you are tight. Why?
God, he ran off with that phone call. Like this. Gone.
Like a what?
I need to take a phone call. How is it a wuss taking a phone call?
Because you're doing a show right now.
You guys don't need me that badly, Jim. You can survive, big boy.
All right, I'm going to meet with Dave Green and say we're going to start cutting some salary. We don't need you.
I knew it was going to take 2 seconds. You didn't have to make it the focus of the show.
You guys don't need me.
I was scared for you. It wasn't a call from there. It was on yours. I've never seen you. I just never seen you react like that. I thought it was Rachel. Like something's going on the farm. We need help.
Like
I would have got up and helped.
Like Claves is my real boss.
I was like, something happened to Rachel. I was getting worried. You know, that's all.
Don't run out on the show, Eli.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Gee whiz.
Man, oh man, scared me. Don't live in Missouri, and my electric bill has doubled last month. Missouri's tough, man.
Well, it's also hot.
It's
so
hot
you're
here,
using more AC, right?
You know, like
let's not be blind to that.
Like if you had money, and if you wanted to get out of Missouri during the summertime, like where do you go? If you had money, there's some cool places in Michigan, man.
I don't know.
Right on the wall.
California, 75 degrees there every day.
No, yeah, Southern California. California.
Kilcoin told me Wisconsin, and I've always heard how great Wisconsin has beautiful lakes.
That's why I said Michigan, where Charlie goes with his family, up in those little cute towns up there, right on the lake. There's a lot of little lakes too. No crime, wealthy, nice. Like you're gonna have to spend money, but the winter.
Can you live there?
Sure. What are you doing? Are you retiring?
I want to retire like in Florida.
Is it Florida? I mean, you know, you could stay in there's cool little towns everywhere. You know, and I watch Aerial America. It's really interesting. It's on Sundays on the Smithsonian Channel, and it just shows every state and what it has. These cool little towns. There's a lot of cool little towns.
Missouri has cool little towns.
Yes, Virginia does. Like, you know, Vermont. I mean, if you had money, those cool little mountain towns, you could live in the wintertime. God, yeah. Florida's sticky, man, and I don't know.
I like the Jupiter area though. It's not
Jupiter, yeah. 38 is cool because it still gets a little chilly in the wintertime and stuff like that. And the water's absolutely beautiful. You're on the Gulf, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're gonna get some hurricanes, but I guess not as much as I don't know, southern Florida, I would say. What's up, Eli? What's up, baby?
Whoa, you just scared him.
What's up? Wake up. That poor kid's been here since he's been here for a long time. Eli's been here for a long time.
Are you wearing a pro law enforcement shirt?
Yeah, I am. How about that?
So you're pro police?
In certain instances.
Let me see that. Good for you. I like that, actually. Nice. And he's growing his beard out.
Yeah. But no, it's nice because my aunt works for the Cardinals, and so she gets all the free stuff. Like if they don't give away all of the things that they made for like shirts or whatever, like, hey, you want these? And so it's like half my wardrobe is free stuff that my aunt got me from Busch Stadium giveaways.
That's okay.
That's nice.
That's all I wear is free stuff too, man. Ameren, Illinois was giving credits to their customers and not charging them for periods of the extreme heat. I guess us in Missouri are picking up the bill. Well, that's awfully nice of them.
I don't know. I just know it's been really hot, so I expect my electricity bill will go higher.
Crank up a little bit. Yeah, it's
because I can't sleep if it's warm.
No. You should see what we have. I got a big fan right here. I got that ceiling fan going. I also have, you take this like an AC unit, looks just like that fan, and you put ice in it, and and I have that blaring right on us too.
And what do you set the thermostat at?
69. So yeah.
Nice.
So I get rocked.
I make it 68 overnight. My wife hates it.
Oh man. No, I love it. I got to do it. I don't have a problem with apartment complexes, but I don't see how they're filling them all up. I know at least what I feels like 20 different apartment complexes that have been built the last 5 years where I live. No way they could fill all those up.
Well, that means rents are probably low if they're not filled. I think that's a good thing. Affordable housing. That's a problem across the country.
Do you see that's what they're going to do where the Palisades are in California?
What are they? The people that own that land, their homes got wiped out.
Yeah. Do you see Adam Carolla? He had a little documentary. He went there and he's filming everything.
And nothing's being rebuilt.
Nothing.
And
including not even any construction going on. They're just the same as they were. Trees are still falling down on the foundations. They haven't cleared anything yet.
And they had a concert for Fire Aid, right?
Yes, and raised a lot. Where'd that go?
$100 million.
Where'd it go?
It went to NGOs. They said they gave however many NGOs, hundreds, each $500,000 to pay out. And the thing was, donate and it will go directly, they said, to people who need it and also long-term sustainability. And no one's gotten any money.
Nope. No construction going on at all. Isn't that crazy? He literally did a whole documentary, a whole series on YouTube. I like him, by the way. What's going on with the Maui fires? Like anybody buy that up? Like, just weird, man.
That's why.
And then they show this other area where the brush is, and they haven't cleared out any more brush or anything like that. Everything that's pretty much caused that. Yeah, the winds were high. I get that.
And then you got relief in Haiti where nothing was done.
Oh,
the money disappeared. Like the level of distrust of everything in this country is at an all-time high.
No doubt.
Like even on what you see on Twitter, I don't trust anything.
No. We're in a really weird spot, man. Really is. Now you can't let it drive you crazy, but I don't want to be aloof to it either. I doubt Rockio is.
No, he's not.
Who's he kidding?
Yeah, he doesn't want to get into it.
I just asked him what the biggest thing is. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I don't follow him.
I have no idea. It's baseball.
He'll be on YouTube at 12:30 today.
I mean, he does talk a lot of sports, man. He's got to break down the soccer stuff too.
I want to see what the hot take that they're gonna
Claves with him
post. Yeah,
that was hilarious. Rock jumped up like crazy. Cam, what's it like to have a look at Rockio's hair and then leaves and another great head of hair shows up in Eli? Yeah, he does
have good hair.
Well, they're young. I mean, Rockio's not young anymore, but Eli's still young. My hair wasn't bad when
Rockio's not old.
Nah, he's like almost, what is he?
I think he just turned 33 last week.
He's 33.
That's young.
Yeah, I know.
You
but
got
he's
socks
23.
older than that.
He's 23. My socks don't last that long. Trust me. Trust me on that. My feet. I go through shoes bad, man, because my feet smell.
All right, I have a question for Eli. What Cardinals? Give me a list of 3 that are on your untouchable list that are currently on the roster.
Untouchable. I'm glad you picked 3 because to me, there's on the current roster in major leagues. Okay, in the major leagues, there are 2.
Okay.
Mason Wynn, Brendan Donovan. Everyone else. If you get the offer,
get on with yourself.
See, I listen to everything.
Get on with yourself.
I listen to everything.
That's right.
But I'm with you. I also put Burley on that. I like him a lot.
That's fair. I understand that.
I think he's gotten so much better defensively. I think he's learned how to navigate an entire season because he kind of fell off in the second half last year. And I think if you have those 3 guys, and no one's saying you're a World Series team with those 3, I'm saying you got to put other pieces in.
Yeah.
But I think that's a pretty good starting point.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm with you.
What about the minors?
In the minors, JJ Weatherholt, I'm keeping.
That's it?
Yeah, Quinn Matthews, he's been struggling lately. Obviously, I'd like to keep him. I'd like to see where he's at. But if you get the offer for him,
he's walking guys,
nice.
And his velo dropped.
Yeah, I was like, I know a lot of people think he's dealing with like a shoulder injury. He's just trying to like, get through the year and get it figured out. But that's all speculation.
What about Liam?
Liam Doyle? Yeah, he just got drafted, so I have no idea yet. You know,
and that's actually responsible instead of pretending. Because you see 4 clips, you're an expert on his stuff, so that's responsible. But I've said before, all these guys are like lottery tickets; they're scratchers, and you don't know. Hopefully, it pays off. I like the fact that he gets fired up about stuff, and I like that he's got a really good fastball that he found last year, and he's swing and miss. We're swing and miss now. Yeah. We were pitching contact. Now we're swing and miss.
I would actually consider trading Donovan, especially with JJ coming up soon. Donovan could get you a decent haul. Ellipsis. What's up, baby?
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
And you don't know what the haul is. That's the whole thing. If someone, everything has a price, right? So someone hits you with a list of guys and you're like, all right, do it. I don't want to see Donovan traded, though. I think he's
damn
he's
good.
not a kid anymore.
And 28. I think the big thing is because he talks about JJ Weatherholt's coming up, so Donovan also plays the outfield really well.
Right.
He probably is your emergency first baseman. He's probably your emergency third baseman. Donovan is the guy. So I get the point that Donovan is playing second base regularly right now, and JJ Weatherholt probably going to be the second baseman because you're not moving Mason Wynn. But at the same time, Brendan Donovan is probably your top 2 player at all 7 positions that aren't catcher and pitcher.
Yeah, well, that makes him so valuable too, because a lot of different teams that have various needs can plug him in there.
Donnie is okay at best in outfield. Donovan is 28. If you're planning on contending in 3 or 4 years, Donovan would be 31, 32, starting the decline potentially. I would capitalize now. They might. I don't know.
Understand.
Might be all kinds of different things going on, Eli. What do you got next, buddy?
MIZZOU with Vic Faust and guest host Brendan Schaefer.
Shape's getting into it, baby.
House?
I don't know. I think he was talking to Vic about setting up a Zoom meeting, so I don't think he's actually here.
All right.
Because he's a big star. He can't make it.
Well, yeah.
He's got a lot going on. He's got a lot going on.
We love Brendan Schaefer. All right, well, thank you guys. Enjoy the heat. We will see everybody tomorrow. This is Hot Take Central 2.0.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your marketing budget is just warming the bench? Well, then it's time to get in the game.
There's a new way to travel, and it's one of the oldest forms of transportation. Travel by train.